Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. I'm kind of excited. I am looking weird. I don't know, there's something about it. Like, I look pale, but technically I'm not. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, is my foundation too light? But then I'm like, no, it's matching my skin. Maybe I'm just not getting enough sun. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know, but it's just off. Or it's the lips that's throwing me off because they're so dark that it's kind of just like washing everything else out. But I'm liking the lips. It's just different for me. But it goes with the theme. And I'm late to the theme. Very, very late to this theme, okay? But we are going to get into it because I like it. I like it a lot. And the theme that we are talking about is Glamlite and Ghostface. I have the returns palette, and I ended up pulling out the very first one and the stuff that I bought from that collection. So the blush and the highlighter. With the second collection, I truly only bought the palette and the Ghostface sponge because you knew I was going to buy that sponge. Like, it's just too cute not to buy. Now, will it be used? No, no, it won't. But do I have it? Yes. And I have it, just like the Frosted Snowman. It won't be used. They're just cute to look at. And to be fair, they don't go bad. So I don't feel bad to just look at them. You know what I mean? But anyway, for the ghost face, let's go. Let's see. So for my foundation and concealer, I pulled out the Tarte sister brand, the Sugar. Oh, what is it? Sugar Rush? Is that what the name of this is called? I always forget it. I think that is what it's called. But I don't. This is the foundation stick I'm wearing. Oh, there's the concealer. I think it's called Sugar Rush. It might not be, though. Oh, why do I forget this all the time? I'm trying to find it, y'all. I'm so sorry. Anyway, it looks like this. It's on the Tarte site. I'm wearing both the foundation and the concealer. I think that these are good for when you don't, like, not necessarily for this look, because this is kind of a lot. And I feel like you kind of want more makeup when you're wearing this type of look, even though I don't have that much on. But yet I do. It's so weird, isn't it? But this is more like skin like in a way. But anyway, it's light coverage. It could be built to medium for sure, but that's about maybe a light medium even. But I do like them for, just to throw something on quickly because it is quick to blend out and everything. They're creamy. They do dry down. It is nice as far as that goes. Like, the only thing I powdered was under the eyes, and that was in the lids. And that was basically just to set that stuff because in case I'd fall out, which I did not. So that was a good thing too. Um, for the bronzer, I'm wearing the cream bronzer. I was trying to find my cream bronzer I got from ColourPop, but I couldn't find it. So I had to pull out my Tarte palette and I used the cream bronzer in it. So I used that for my bronzer today. I really do like this. This whole thing, I really enjoy it. And then for blush and highlighter, I pulled the Ghost Face from the first collection out. So for the blush, if you have this, go in with if you're as pale as, if you're, pale like me, you want to go in with a very light hand. This is very pigmented. And I find that the more pigmented these blushes are, the harder they are to blend. Are they beautiful? Yes. But are they hard to blend? I'm afraid so. You can always use something to help blend them, don't get me wrong, whether it be a setting powder or even another blush that's lighter. But it's just best to go in with a light hand. And then I pulled out the highlighting palette. And I'm wearing the bottom shade today for the highlighter. I like this highlighter. It's not, it, you can do it very lightly and it look like a glow from within, or you can really like build it up and be seen, from space. It's just up to you. And I really like this formula in it. It's not too much, but yet it can be built up, like I said, to be seen. And then I did pull out the palette just to look at it again because, it's nice to compare. And this is the first palette. And I liked it. I thought it went with the theming. I get where's the blood and stuff, but with the palettes that they had launched before, it there was reds in those, you know, so it made sense to do it this way, to in my opinion. But I will say that I do like this palette also. I like that they threw in some reds. So really, it's just whatever preference is your, is going to work for you. It's up to you, truly. But I like them both. I'm glad I have them both. But let's get started. Now, this one, though, as you can see, you'll see how I do pull in that red. But you don't have to necessarily do that. You can create a completely, totally neutral look using this palette to where it could be for every day. Like, it will work appropriate type of thing. You know what I mean? Maybe don't go in with this lipstick. Just saying. Yeah, this lipstick, this is the set that went with the Chucky. It's the Tiffany one. That's what I'm wearing today, is for lip liner and lipstick. So let's go into this first shade right here, and we're going to start with it. I went to work earlier, and I am so tired. I'm always so tired, aren't I? I think that's the one thing that you just keep hearing from me is I'm so tired. I don't know how y'all do it. Like, I really don't. And I mean, I know, like, I remember how rough it was. But I don't remember it being this rough. But then I've never worked 2 jobs before until now either. And I could just be not used to it. I'm getting more used to it. Like, I'm getting a little less tired. Really, the only days I'm tired is when I have to be up at like 3 a.m. and I don't get to bed till like 11 p.m. And then I have to get up the next morning. Like, that's exhausting. But usually if I'm just working one of them, I'm not that tired, which is nice. And I think that the way the schedule's looking, even though it's like the busiest time in retail right now, it's looking like we're going to go into this darker brown. And this brown actually builds up pretty dark. I'm going to have a little more free time to be able to film. So I'm thinking if I can maneuver it all, I should be able to come up with some sort of schedule. At least, like, maybe not like an exact day, but at least like 3 videos a week. You know what I mean? But again, it could be more. It depends on really my fiance. Because, like, I can't film in front of people, you all. I just feel weird. Like, I don't know what else to say about it, you know? I feel odd. I feel odd just sitting here, like, talking to a phone, to be fair. But I also know that, like, I enjoy this, so I kind of push through that part of it. I don't know. We're going to go into this red now. And what I'm going to do with this is you kind of have to just, like, stamp it. Because if you blend it, it almost looks pink. Like you're sick, to be fair. But if you stamp it so you get the full pigment, it's not so bad. And I do blend it a little bit, and then I just keep going back in and stamping it in. Blend a little bit, go back in, stamp it. So that it does look right, in a way. Especially once I put the next shade under there. Like, right now, I look like I'm sick if I keep it like that. You know what I mean? But it definitely is red if you just stamp. And I don't play with red that much, so I can't really say, like, that's the way reds are. I don't know. I'm not for sure on how this palette was received either. I didn't watch any reviews on it, to be fair. So I don't know, but I hope it was received well. Because I think it's a gorgeous color story. And the fact that you can have fun and have that neutral too, it just makes it a well-rounded palette for me. So Alright, let's see. What am I going to do now? We are going to... I'm going to darken that brown up a little more. I really like the fact that this brown, you can stamp it in too and get it dark. I just like this whole palette. The way the depth goes with each shade. You can barely put a little bit and just get a very like wash of color with them. Or you can really stamp them in and get full pigment out of them. And I think the quality in this is amazing. Like, I really enjoy this palette. And price point, that's good too. Like, Glamlite has got it going on. They really do. But alright. I think this eye's going to end up looking better than this one, but it is what it is, y'all. Alright, now we're going to pick up this shade because it is stunning. This one right here, I don't know, it makes it, I didn't get any fallout, so I'm hoping I don't now. Like, I'm going to try to be very easy and tap it on like I did the other side. I basically just tapped a light layer on, and it's, you can kind of see through it, but you can build it to where it's more opaque. But it's one of those shades that just looks like it's wet. But it's so stunning of a color. Like, I could put that brown on, and or really this could maybe even be a one and done. I'm trying to... Yeah, I think you could do this as a one and done. Or even put your bronzer in the crease and then put this on. Like, it's just so pretty. And it kind of reminds me of Space Cowboy in a way. Not a dupe. I'm just saying it reminds me. Alright. Now I'm going to take this liner brush here, and we're going to stamp on this shade. I don't understand the two blacks. I mean, one's like a charcoal gray, and the other is black, but they're both black. You know what I mean? I don't understand that part of it, but whatever. What do I know? I think they could have added a different color there, maybe a blue or something, or I don't know, purple. Throw it really out of whack. But I do think a dark blue would have been nice, to be honest. And I'm just stamping it along the top lash line. And then I'm going to stamp it along the lower lash line. But by stamping it along the lower lash line, it's really going to bring this red to where it's not going to look like I'm sick. But it does kind of make me feel like I'm a Halloween look almost, you know what I mean? Which again makes sense. It is the Scream palette, you know? Like, I'm not mad at this palette at all. I'm really not. But I'm not mad at the first one like other people were. We're going to take this shade right here, and I'm going to pop it in the inner corner. Again, trying to be very easy because I don't want fallout, so I'm kind of just like pushing it in. There isn't all white. If you wanted like a matte shade out here, you could do that too. There isn't all white, which would be good to highlight with too. But there's just something about this shade that I just adore. Probably because it's so sparkly and pretty. Alright, let me get the magnifying mirror. Did I get fallout? I got a little bit from that one. But the lid shade I didn't get any from, so that's a good thing. My neck's itching. You know, though, that foundation stick does not sit good on my chin. I don't know what that's about. But I've noticed the last couple times I've done my makeup that it's not been sitting right on my chin. Makeup hasn't. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if my skin's changing because my skincare hasn't, or if the skincare's not working anymore. I don't know. But there's definitely something going on there. Alright, now that I got that black there, I'm going to go back into that red shade and kind of blend underneath of that and blend it together in a way. To make it look a little more polished, I guess. I don't know. I'm making up words now, as I do. And then for eyeliner, oh, I'm using the black from the Charlotte Tilbury. I know I usually don't put black in the waterline, but I felt like it was going to work. And I think it does work with the overall look. It just doesn't look right on me. And we're going to do the same for the top lash line. Or the top waterline, I mean. And I will say this is a black eyeliner. It is black. It holds really good on the top lash, or my top waterline, but I do notice that it doesn't hold on to the bottom waterline very well. Like, I just had to touch that up, but the top's fine. So I don't know. I don't know about that. Alright, then for mascara, we're just going to go in with the Tartelette 2-pin mascara. And then we're done with the look. I really do like the palette. Again, I don't know if it was received well. Did you all get it, or did you pass? Did you like the first one even? I'm curious. Because I know it was hit and miss. Some people really liked it, some people didn't. Some people thought it went with the film, some people didn't. Like, it was really like 50-50. I mean, I think it is good for what it was, you know what I mean? Or it is. Like, and the formula is good. And again, it's not necessarily even my color story, but I can appreciate the thought process behind it. I can't believe I'm this late to the game on it, to be fair. Usually when it comes to Glamlite or Natasha or Pat, I'm like, I'm on it. And I do have the Pat palette too, the big one. I'm going to get a video up on it too. I think it might be worth it. I won't know until I use it, obviously. But I do think that just maybe that palette could be worth it. The big one, that is. Alright. And I don't mind this mascara either. Like I said, I think in another one, I said this is getting kind of sticky. And I don't recall it being sticky. I think the longer it is open and the more I use it, the stickier it becomes. Doesn't make sense. I know. You think it'd dry out, but here we are. And I'm just cleaning it up a little bit, making sure. Yeah, I think we are good. Alright. And that is the final look using that palette. But look at that lid. But see, that's where Glamlite gets me all the time, is these metallics. When they nail the metallic shades, they nail them. When they bomb, they bomb. But when they nail it, they nail it. And I will say they nailed this one. I enjoy it. I Yeah, it's not my favorite. I really should rank these in my favorites. I don't know. That would be so hard because, like, Chucky, I still have to say Chucky's my favorite. But it was Chucky, then Jason, but now that Michael Myers collection's really good. So is this one. So I don't know. Like, I still say Chucky's still my favorite, though. But maybe not. Maybe I do need to rank. Maybe I need to sit here and think about it. I don't think you could go wrong with any of them. Whatever one like appeals to you more, that's the one I would get. But overall, I think they're really good quality. I think it fits the theming. I think it fits the holiday, the season, like everything. So I really enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helped in some way. And if it did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, ring the bell, hit all. That way you're notified when I upload. I upload when I can. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, guys, stay safe. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye.